Damian wakes up in his cozy, colorful bedroom as the morning sun hits his face. He stretches his arms wide, feeling the excitement of a brand new day ahead.
He quickly gets dressed and pulls on his shoes, making sure the laces are tight. He checks himself in the mirror with a confident grin, ready for whatever happens. Damian steps outside and takes a breath of the fresh morning air. Another day, he says to himself. I wonder what we're going to do today.
As he walks down the street, something strange catches his eye in a nearby empty field. A mysterious glowing object sits perfectly still, radiating a weird energy into the air.
Damian slowly approaches the object, his curiosity getting the better of him. Okay, that's definitely not supposed to be there, he whispers while squinting at the light.
Suddenly, Jacaden comes charging across the field at full speed. Damian, what happened? He yells, stopping just inches away from his friend.
King Damian can't help but laugh as he looks at his small friend and the giant weapon. King, you're holding a club that's almost bigger than you, he points out.
Pencil scratching. Drawy arrives and immediately pulls out his sketchbook to document the find. He starts drawing the object with rapid, fluid motions while
Chatter. Drawy suggests it's a machine, while Jacaden is convinced it's a spaceship from another galaxy. Junior starts yelling that it must be a giant robot waiting to activate. Or we could just look at it, he says calmly, making everyone realize.
Magical chime. Angle floats over to join the circle, radiating a sense of calm and peace. He tells the group that maybe the object is something friendly and meant for them to find.
Behind the group, Ego silently appears out of nowhere.
Together, the group of friends moves closer to the mysterious object. The air is thick with anticipation as the group stands before the towering entrance of the mysterious building. After the events of their first discovery, the weight of the unknown hangs heavy over them.
Junior breaks the silence, looking up at the massive structure with a mix of fear and excitement. "So, are we actually going inside?" he asks, his voice echoing slightly in the open space. Damian doesn't hesitate for a second, his eyes fixed on the goal ahead. "Yep," he replies simply, setting the tone for the adventure that is about to unfold. King, never one to miss a chance for a dramatic entrance, steps forward with a roar. "I'll go first," he shouts, preparing to show off his immense strength to the group.
The sound of the impact is dull and heavy, echoing painfully through King's leg. The door remains completely unmoved, proving to be far more durable than his ego.
King collapses onto the dirt, the momentum of his failed kick sending him reeling backward. He looks up at the sky, trying to process why the door didn't shatter into 1,000 pieces. Rubbing his shin, King tries to maintain his dignity while grimacing in pain. "The door is stronger than I expected," he admits, his voice trailing off as the others stare.
Creak. Damian steps forward and simply turns the handle, watching as the door glides open with any resistance. The mystery of the building begins to reveal itself as the group peers into the darkness.
The group enters a vast, sterile hall. The group enters a vast, sterile hallway that seems to stretch on forever, illuminated by a cold, artificial glow. Ahead of them stand 3 mysterious doors.
Jacaden pauses, his analytical mind already trying to decipher the meaning behind the colors. "Which one do we choose?" he asks, knowing that every choice in this place likely has a consequence.
Wills adjusts his glasses, scanning the walls for any hidden clues or instructions. "We should think about it first," he suggests, ever the voice of caution in the group. King doesn't need any time to calculate or theorize, his finger pointing straight at the most vibrant option. "Red," he declares with absolute certainty, as if the choice were obvious. Bob blinks slowly, unimpressed by the sudden outburst of decisiveness. "Why?" he asks in his usual monotone voice, forcing King to justify his gut instinct.
King looks at Bob as if the answer were written in the stars. "Because red," he says simply, offering no further explanation for his logic. The hallway falls silent as everyone stares at King, waiting for a punchline that isn't coming. Despite the lack of logic, his confidence seems to be the only thing moving them forward.
As the red door swings open, they are greeted by a sprawling obstacle course suspended over an endless void. Platforms move in complex patterns, challenging anyone who dares to cross.
Junior's fear evaporates instantly, replaced by a surge of adrenaline as he sees the playground before him. "This is awesome!" he screams, bolting toward the moving hazards before anyone can stop him.
Damian's eyes widen as he realizes the danger Junior is putting himself in. "Junior, wait!" he calls out, but the younger boy is already mid-leap toward a shifty ledge. Junior lands with surprising grace, balancing on the narrow edge of a floating block. "I'm good," he shouts back, beaming with pride at his own agility. Suddenly, the platform's safety locks disengage, sending it into a violent, dizzying spin. Junior's confidence vanishes as he realizes he has no control over the mechanical trap.
Acting quickly, Damian and Jakaiden coordinate a rescue, grabbing hold of Junior just as he begins to slip. They pull him back to the relative safety of the entrance, everyone's heart racing from the close call.
They reach a point where the platforms simply end, leaving a massive chasm that seems impossible to cross. The silence returns as they realize their physical skills might not be enough to get through.
Droy steps forward, his eyes shimmering with a creative spark. "I have an idea," he whispers, reaching for the tool that has saved them countless times before. He begins to sketch a bridge across the empty space, the lines of his pencil hanging in the air like neon ink. The group watches in silence, wondering if a simple drawing can truly save them.
A few seconds of awkward silence pass as the drawing remains a flat, useless sketch. "I need a better pencil," Drewy mutters, feeling the pressure of his friends' judging stares.
With a renewed burst of energy, Drowy redraws the structure with more detail and intent. This time, the ink shimmers and solidifies, transforming into a sturdy bridge that spans the entire gap. One by one, the friends cross the impossible bridge, marveling at the power of Drowy's imagination. Damian gives a nod of approval, making Drowy beam with pride as they conquer the obstacle. They come across a massive stone barrier that blocks the final exit of the obstacle course. King steps up, knowing this is his moment to shine and prove his worth to the team. With a mighty swing, King's club connects with the stone, sending tremors through the floor. The rock shatters under the pressure, opening a path forward through the rubble. Just as King begins to celebrate his victory, a tiny fragment of the ceiling bounces off his head. "I meant to do that," he says quickly, trying to ignore the comical irony of the moment.